So this is kind of an unboxing, but kind of not because I already unboxed it. So today I got my Canon Rebel T6i. It's something I ordered. I kind of wanted to try something different. The T3 doesn't have the flip out screen, and that's the camera that I've been using now. So it's kind of hard to vlog and see what you're doing, especially like I noticed the first couple episodes that I filmed for Newhoff Outdoor Adventures. It was really hard to see what I was actually looking at, and I kept having to go back and see if the shot was right. And it was kind of a pain in the butt. So I ordered this camera to start producing some better quality videos, I hope. And let's get into this. This is the body of the Canon T6i. This one does have the Wi-Fi capabilities, so you can actually view stuff on your phone. So once I get more familiar with this, I will start to play with that feature. You can put any of the EOS or any of the digital lenses on it, but it comes with a lens. And the nice thing about this lens that I like is it auto focuses, and that's something I don't have with the one that I'm shooting on right now up there. So this will autofocus, you don't hear the grinding noise, and no matter how many times I tried turning this earlier when I was kind of snapping a couple pictures, just seeing, it doesn't unfocus it, it automatically focuses it even in picture mode, so I like that aspect of it. So this is an 18 to 55 millimeter. I've seen a lot of vloggers use like a 10 to 18. Would it be nice to have one? Yeah, it'd be a little bit, you wouldn't have to hold it out far away from you, but for the money that I have that I wanted to spend on it, I don't want to spend $400, $500 on a lens. So I just went with the lens that came with the kit, and I'm pretty happy with it so far. Like I said, I just tried it out a little bit on lunch to see what I thought. Like I said, here's the back of it. It has the flip out screen, so I can flip it out if I want to vlog that way. I can turn it this way if I want to take a picture of something myself. I can flip it so it just has like a regular if I'm doing an actual photo shoot for Newhoff photography. I can do it that way too and see what I'm doing. If I was taking something up in the air, I can also tilt it down. Or if I wanted to take a straight down shot, I could look at it just like that. So I thought that was pretty cool. Has a lot of buttons on it, and we'll go through all them here in a second from what I know with them. And I haven't decided if I'm going to put the neck strap around it yet or not. I'm probably going to have it hooked up to my kind of gorilla pod deal, but my bendy tripod. So I don't know if I'll put a strap on or not. Sometimes that seems to be getting in the way, and I haven't used it for quite a bit, but sometimes it's also nice to hold on to it. So here's the back of it again. As you can see, you still have your four toggle buttons that do different functions. You got your review and your delete down here, and you have your exposures up here a little bit. So let's see if I can get this to focus. That's the one thing I hated about the T3 is it would never autofocus. There we go. So as you can see, like the top one's white balance, this one's how fast or how many frames per second you want to do, or if you want to do multiple or singles. This one controls where your your focus is, and then this is your autofocus aspect of it. So up here is where you can turn it in to see like the back screen to light up. The back screen, the one thing I didn't mention, it is touchscreen. And right now I don't have a lens on it, so it's not going to come on, I don't think. There it goes. But this is supposed to be touchscreen, so it does, there we go. Single shoot, auto flash, depending on what you want to do. So, let's see what else. Up here you got your menu. Up here you got menu, you got info. So it will take you through the menu options, or take you through the info on your camera. Up on top shows your Wi-Fi indicator if you're using your Wi-Fi or not. I gotta figure out how to connect that to my laptop so I can see or my cell phone so I can see what's going on. Here's your straps. This one also, the nice thing about it, it has a AV out digital. It has HDMI, which is like a mini HDMI, and then it also has the capabilities for the wireless shutter aspect of it, and then a mic. And that's something I haven't gotten, like a mic to go on the top yet, as far as a directional mic. But I've gotten a wireless mic that'll help me when I'm out in the ice houses and stuff where I don't want to be super loud, and the mic is pretty sensitive about that. So up here, if I was in the shooting mode, I could click that and it would start shooting. So it's a little bit easier to find versus the T3 that I have. Also up here, you got a couple different buttons for zooming in and out. for like when you're doing on your display. Up here's your wheel. You can do all the different programs that it offers. Generally when I'm shooting a lot of different things, I shoot in sport mode just because that way if targets are moving, especially when you're dealing with like kids and stuff, it just helps a little bit, clear it up a little bit. A lot of people will do auto just because that way it takes care of everything. So if I wanted to shoot in video, all I have to do is slide that up and I would start shooting video. You got a couple more buttons up here as far as your iOS, your DISP, and then your whatever that guy is. Still has the knob up here and then your area to take a photo. So overall, I think that this grip is very nice and the feel of it's not any heavier than the T3. It'll just be a little bit easier function for me to take and be able to see what I'm filming and see what the shot's going to look like when I'm standing somewhere. So when I go to frame up my shots, when I'm doing a like outro or intro for the Newhoff Outdoor Adventures deal, I can actually see what I'm doing versus having to guess, walk out there, kind of guess where I'm going to be at, and then be in a different spot and it'd be wrong. So we'll see how this goes. I'm going to switch over to, and here's where your memory card goes. I'm going to switch over to the T6i here, and we'll see if there's any video difference. So one thing I've noticed already, here's the T6i. One thing I've noticed already looking at the screen and is that it will automatically detect where my face is. So if I try like zooming in, you can tell it gets a lot, it picks up the autofocus aspect of it. So I like that aspect. I don't have to worry about it as much and it takes care of it. So if I tilt it over this way, my face still gets covered and the little dots still go to my face. So I kind of like that. So that way I don't have to worry about what it's picking up, if it's going to pick up something like back here to focus on or if it's going to focus on me. So I like that aspect of it. I compared this to the D70D. I honestly like this one better. One, for price. Two, because this one has higher megapixel, and I don't know, I haven't really ventured out of things. I've had a Rebel now for a couple years, actually more than a couple. I've had the T3 since the what was it? When did I get that? About 5 years ago, when ABC's Home Extreme Makeover went through West Union, and they picked Newhoff Photography to go and take the pictures of the inside of the house. So that was pretty cool. Fun experience. I would love to do it again if they were still doing it. But unfortunately they canceled that, so we go that route. But ultimately I do like the T3 for taking pictures. It's nice and small and it does very well taking pictures. I've taken a lot of fantastic pictures with it. And I'll continue to hopefully use it. I haven't decided if I'm going to sell it or not. I'm still up in the air on that, but we'll see what I decide to do. So I'm going to give you a look through around the T3 just to see what the comparison is so you guys can kind of see that. So here is my T3 that I've been shooting the vlogs with so far, and like I said, right there is the main reason why I kind of got the idea of getting rid of it, is because it doesn't have a flip out screen. That is terrible when I go to film, because I can't see myself, I can't see what I'm doing, I can't see if I'm standing in the right spot, if my head's cut off, or if I'm only filming like my shoulders on down or what have you. So that's the one reason why I am getting rid of it. Luckily enough for me, I mean, being a photographer and kind of seeing different pictures, I can kind of guesstimate where I was at when I was filming with it, so I could hold it a little ways away from me and have a pretty good idea that my face is going to be in the shot. But when I was going to stand a little bit farther away, sometimes I'd be too far, so it was kind of a crappy looking shot, and sometimes I'd be too close where the camera would be pointed down a little bit too far so it wouldn't catch my head. But same thing with this one. It has a, let's see if it autofocuses, maybe. Might be too close. But it has the same lens on it as far as a 18 to 55 lens. So it does have that same lens on it, which I love the lens, but it won't focus. There we go, a little bit. Love the lens. It does have image stabilization and an auto burst manual focus, but when I wanted to zoom it in or out, or as far as focus it, you hear that grinding noise. And that was something that I never did like, and it was just whenever I was trying to focus when I was doing something otherwise, it just would make that grinding noise. So it still has about the same buttons on the back of the camera. The front, you'd end up turning it to which mode you wanted to shoot in. So you could shoot in a lot of different modes once again. Come on, new camera. You're a little slow here, focusing. Try this a little bit. So you have a lot of different options. You just have to turn it all the way one way to get it to be in the camera mode as far as the video. Otherwise you could turn it to like a nighttime, sports, a lot of different options. No flash, auto. You could also make the flash pop up on this one, and then you still have your same wheel and trigger for that. This one has a little bit slipperier grip on it, and I don't like that. You know, it's easier to drop when your hands get cold, so it has a little bit slipperier, smoother grip. But ultimately, it's done a really good camera, and it's done really well as far as me taking videos and doing videos for the vlogs and things. So like I said, I might keep it around and use it as like a backup camera, or use it as a, kind of seems out of focus, there we go. Use it as a kind of like a B-roll camera, and just any camera. I don't really care. I can kind of set it up ahead of time and like walk past it or do anything like that. So we'll see how that goes. And like I said, I've kind of changed things up. I do have a mic, wireless mic, that I can use for part of like ice fishing when I don't want a lot of people to hear what I'm saying, and that'll make it a little bit nicer. I do have also this guy, which holds your camera steady as you're walking or something. So if I'm shooting some different like commercials or things, which I do have a couple projects that I'm gonna work on as far as like a commercial type deal, a couple other things for like the Heritage Days group that we're gonna be working on. So there's gonna be some video with that, and that thing will come in very handy for that. Which once again, like I said, we might use both cameras depending on what shots we need. So that is my little bit of a camera unboxing slash review on what I've used for the Rebel T6i. And we'll see what else I do with it tonight. I might try taking some pictures to see what it does and see how good it is, but it should be definitely a different picture quality. I was going from about 13 to 18 megapixels to 24, I think it is. So jumping up there quite a bit. So hopefully the video quality is a little bit better, and hopefully the sound quality is still there. I haven't tried the mic out yet to see what it's like, but hopefully the internal mic on this is pretty good, and we might look at buying a directional mic to go on the top of this camera. So with that, I hope you guys had a great night, and I'm not sure what this weekend holds yet for me. I'm planning on, hopefully we'll see, maybe I'll go out and check some ice out and see if I can do some ice fishing. I really want to get back out. I'm kind of upset that the warm weather kind of made a little damper on it, but I'm getting some reports from some people that there's still a lot of ice in some different areas. So we'll see what I decide to do and go from there. I know tomorrow is supposed to be Thursday, so I'll have to work full-time there, and I have a class at night for a CERT team, which is like search and rescue, community emergency response type deal. So I have classes for that, and that's tomorrow night for a couple hours. And then Friday I'm off. I'm not sure if it's going to be a real estate day or if it's going to be a fishing day. Saturday I have to work my full-time job, and then Sunday will be an off day, and I don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet. I'm hoping to do some fishing. If nothing else, I might go up and try doing some stream fishing for trout, but we'll see. Maybe I'll do some shed hunting, but we'll see how it goes. You guys will definitely be along sometime throughout all of it, whether it's Friday or Saturday or Sunday or whatever day I get out. I know it'll be either Friday or Sunday, so you guys will be along with it. You guys will see parts of it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little bit of an unboxing review on it, and like the video, share the video, subscribe if you're new, and we will catch you guys next time.